Have we done respiratory and break? Okay, we have. Alright. That ends our lecture for techniques of breathing. And I'm very glad that you all understood the class or the lecture, and none of you there have problem with that particular topic. I'm overjoyed. But does anyone have questions? Nobody. See? You see? Very brilliant students. Brilliant students. You have a question? Okay. Yes. Is it all the pressures that decreases during inspiration? No. Some would increase during expiration, some would decrease during expiration, vice versa. Depending. Okay? Sometimes I think I said something here. Will intrapleural pressure become positive? This pressure is always negative. Hope you know that. But there are times when this pressure can become positive. Okay? Especially when you have a stab wound to the chest. It will affect the pressure, the homeostasis, the respiratory tract. Right? So there are other conditions that can lead to that. Valsalva maneuver. You have closed. Anyways, you just can look at that. Maturation, defecation, and childbirth. Alright? These are some of the factors that can cause negative pressure to become positive. Okay. Any other question? Queries and reactions? No. Good. We are progressing. And our next topic will be on spirometry. Spirometry. So we are currently on lungs, volumes, and capacities. Lung volumes and capacities, also known as spirometry or pulmonary function test. Yes. Many of you are here not because you really have the interest to do medicine and surgery, but because you were forced by your parents or guardian to do medicine. And it's good. Thank God you are here now and you're already undertaking the course. Some of you just want to graduate, get certificates, and fly abroad. Not because you are interested in doing medicine and surgery. Just want to go to the UK or to Canada. Because you hear doctors are needed abroad. Or maybe your brothers and sisters are telling you, instead of doing engineering or other courses, do medicine, so that you can come and join me in Canada. That is good. I'm not going to discourage you, but I'm here to encourage you, even though you are forced or you were forced to study medicine and surgery. thing is, you have already gained admission into medicine and surgery. I am currently in the 2 students of medicine and surgery. But my duty is to look beyond your interest and teach you and equip you so that you will achieve your desired dreams and aspirations. You want to go to Canada, I am here to help you graduate so that we can fly you to Canada. But you have to be equipped. Okay? Spirometry can be one of those areas you can pay more attention to and will fetch you the Canadian dollars when you get abroad. If you are able to understand this part of respiratory physiology, you graduate as the doctor or consultant of internal medicine, then you will make money in dollars. How do you want to make dollars? All of you want to stay here in Nigeria. Don't forget, but I don't wish that for you. Go abroad. Go and make dollars. Okay. People who can operate the spirometer are needed everywhere in the world. Okay, because it helps to actually carry out proper pulmonary function tests. It helps you to be able to detect when someone has some pulmonary dysfunctions like asthma or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Alright? It can also help you to distinguish between restrictive and obstructive pulmonary disease. So if you are able to do this as a medic, then you are good to go. Alright? The slide here shows a picture of a technologist or a doctor who monitors and encourages patients during spirometry tests. Okay, here you have the patient over here, and this is the modern spirometer machine, the digital type of spirometer. Over here you have a clip which is used to clip the nose of the patient and the mouthpiece which is connected to the machine. Good. The question will be, what is spirometry? Spirometry is a simple test that measures lung volumes with a graphical display that gives an estimation of lung function, or pulmonary functions, or respiratory functions. And it allows for diagnosis of airflow obstruction and also permits good follow-up for asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary diseases. Spirometry. A lot of people are asthmatic patients. We even have them in this class. And they are all around you as well. Asthma is one of the respiratory diseases that patients who suffer from this respiratory disease should be treated as special. Alright? And giving proper medical attention. This technique is used to measure airflow in and out of the lungs. Okay? It is a recording of lung volumes and capacities defined by a respiratory process. It assesses the integrated mechanical functions of the lungs, the chest wall, and the respiratory muscles. It is also the gold standard for diagnosis and assessment and monitoring of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It is the most commonly used pulmonary function test. Alright? Through spirometry, airflow obstructions in smokers who may have few or no symptoms can be detected. I said through spirometry, airflow obstructions in smokers who may have few or no symptoms can be detected. If you are very observant, smokers is being emphasized and it's underlined and in red color. I did that because I know many of you here smoke. And we keep telling you to desist from smoking. When you are there telling us that nothing is happening, you want to be among the big boys in society. And why do people smoke? Israel, why do you smoke? You see, he's even sleeping in my class. The cigarettes he took is affecting me. Why do people smoke? Huh? Huh? Why do people smoke? All those boys who smoke in this class, can you just give me one reason why you smoke? Why do you take cigarettes, shisha, marijuana, cocaine? Yes? Why do people smoke? Does it give an extra energy to the smokers? Or what? I want to understand the reason why. It depends on what you want. On what you smoke. Which one do you smoke? Which one do you take? And we listening. We the addicts. Say, let's go to we the addicts. Weed. Okay, weed. Okay.
Let's say you're stressed. You can take it to relieve your stress. When you're anxious, you take weak performance also. You can take it and then your nerves get
out. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay, so he has said people smoke weed to relieve stress and calm their nerves down. Wow! That is good to know. Maybe after this class I'm going to be stressed. Maybe you give me small weed. educate so that I'll calm my nerves down. Wait. Okay. Now you can see the reason why people smoke. There are a whole lot of reasons why a lot of young guys out there, including females, take cigarettes and others. Stress. Are there better ways of relieving stress other than smoking weed? Yes, there are. You made mention of tension or, I don't know, anger. You mentioned anger issues, tension, and when you are tense, you smoke. Yeah, tension. I know a lot of people that before they go into a hall to give a presentation, or even to write common exam, ordinary exam, they take weed, other hard drugs, to take ordinary exam. There are students who, before they even open book to read, if they not smoked or taking an alcoholic beverage, they won't be able to read. Some people take it to enhance their performance during sports. Some men take it to approach a lady just to say, hello, young lady, I'm in love with you. They don't have the guts. They don't have the guts to just walk up to her and just say the words. And then they will have to run into the bush to take wheat to approach ordinary, a woman. Also tell someone I love you. You will go and take wheat. You go and take cigarettes. Some take it to enhance sexual performance. Yeah? And a whole lot of crazy reasons. Well, these things don't help you in any way. So you can do away with them and still perform very well. Whether in sports or in bed, or to approach a young lady, or to relieve stress. You can do away with them. You know, those days when we were growing up, we just entered the university. And we came for holiday. Some of my friends who went to one school in Anambra State, we all came home, and that was during Christmas period. And some of them called me that there's a carnival somewhere we need to attend at night. It has to be all night. Okay, we went. Alright? I had to sneak out from the house without the knowledge of my parents. Okay? And then we went. And then these were guys who, we grew up together. Alright? Very religious people. Lovers of God. As at that time we grew up from a Catholic home. They were all mass servers. Okay? But when we got there that night, carnival was going on, I was shocked. 3 of them brought out cigarettes and they started smoking. I was like, wow. And I don't do smoke. He said, I should try some. I was like, try what? They said I should just try. Then I looked at all of them. So one man said, I should just pick one. And I said, okay, give me one. Let me know how it feels. You know, to smoke cigarettes. And they said, no. I beg, we don't want it to test, so we are just joking. I said, oh boy, give me one. He gave me one. And I was I took it. And then I realized that there is actually nothing in this cigarette. People just take it in order for them, or in order for other people to see them as big guys. Not in it. So, that was the only day I tested cigarette. Was it sweet? No. You are just taking in smoke in and out of your system. It doesn't add anything to you, rather it takes away things from you. And then, the vendors of these cigarettes will always tell you smokers are liable to die young. And if you tell the young men who take this cigarette, they tell you, guy, forget that thing. My grandfather has been smoking since I knew him. Today he's 99 years old. He's still strong. And then they make caricature of the whole thing. But medically speaking, smoking destroys you. It destroys your respiratory tract, and it can give you cancer of the lungs. It can give you stroke. Because when this nicotine and tobacco is entering the blood, it can cause a whole lot of damages to your system. I have an uncle who cannot do without smoking chains of cigarettes a day. And then we kept telling him, Uncle, stop. For when? Until one day he had stroke. He lives in Lagos. Today he is not as he used to be before. Because when you have stroke, whether you like it or not, partial or complete stroke, your body will be deformed. And there is no way you can return back to normal and continue to do business the way you have been doing before. So until that happened, that was when he decided to give up smoking. So why wait for the worst to happen before you quit? Anyways, so I was saying spirometry helps to detect airflow obstruction in smokers who may have few or no symptoms. Yes, the symptoms might not be there, and you think everything is fine, but the day it will come, it will take you unawares. So quit it. And then Spirometry can help you to distinguish between obstruction and restriction as causes of breathlessness, obstructive and restrictive pulmonary diseases. Alright? It can help you to distinguish between the two of them. Through spirometry, pre-employment screening can be conducted for professionals. Yes? So if you learn it now and you fly abroad and you are in a place where you'll be taking long volumes and capacities, they might conduct pre-employment tests for you, and they pay these people heavily if they succeed or pass. So there is every need for you to know this and have it at your fingertips. There are different types of spirometers. We have the handheld spirometer. This is a spirometer that was used in the 50s. You can see how large and heavy it looks. Alright? And then we have other types of spirometers. The one we have in our lab here that is common is this. Alright? If you go to Physiology lab, you see this spirometer. And in this semester, you are going to do the spirometry test in Physiology lab so that you get the skills of how it is done. Okay. And then the lung function lab. This is a lab where people who have good knowledge of spirometry can work, both home and abroad. You know, I was talking to anatomy students, and most of them think that after graduation, they will start working in mortuaries. And some of you here are the ones making them to have that kind of mentality. Because you are the ones bad mounting them. But where will you work when you graduate? You are doing anatomy. It's mortuary. You'll be washing dead bodies. Or you go to secondary school and begin to teach integrated science and biology. And that kind of notion, mentality will have to stop. Okay? Because it's not true. Right? Anatomists are paramedics. Whether you like it or not, they work hand in hand with doctors. Okay? When you go abroad, the paramedics are heavily paid because they are into a lot of things. It is only here in Nigeria that things are really abnormal, and we hold the government responsible. Okay? It can fit in the lung function lab and many other labs where they carry out sophisticated, tests for patients with sophisticated machines. So please, if you are part of those telling them that you work in mortuaries, desist from that. Alright. What do we measure with spirometry? The answer is simple. It is used to measure lung volumes and capacity. So we'll get into it in details. The question will be, what are lung volumes? Lung volume. It is defined as the volume of air in the lungs in a given time during respiratory cycles. Lung volume is the volume of air inside the lungs or in the lungs in a given time during respiratory cycles. Okay? There are different types of lung volumes. The first one is known as tidal volume. Types of lung volume. Number one, tidal volume. Number two is inspiratory reserve volume. Number three, expiratory reserve volume. Number four is residual volume. We have another, okay, four types of lung volumes. And I said number one is tidal volume. So what is tidal volume? This is the volume of